Who is Mrs. Gomez? Well, you're about to find out, because I am about to draw my life. Teacher's Edition. I was born on August 25th, 1981, when a beautiful white stork carried me over from some magic land and delivered me to my parents. That would make me 31.9 years old, and you still have time to get me some chocolate chip cookies. I was born in San Diego, California, which is about 2 hours south of us right now. And here's the beautiful bay and the Coronado Bridge, and that's supposed to be a car and some sailboats, and the beautiful bright San Diego sun, which it's known for. In my family, we had my handsome dad, my beautiful mom, my older sister Kathy, and little old me, so I was the youngest of the family. My dad was in the Navy, so we had to move quite a bit. Our first move was to a tiny little island off of mainland Japan called Okinawa. Okinawa was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed learning a lot about the culture out there. But again, after a couple years, my dad got deployed again and we moved back to the United States. We were stationed in San Francisco, where we lived through my elementary, middle, and first year of high school. But unfortunately, when I was a freshman, we had to move, so we moved back to San Diego, where I was born. This was really tough on me because I had to leave all of my best friends from childhood, but luckily I quickly made some more friends. And this is when I met my best friend, Giselle, who I'm still best friends with till this day. High school was a little bit of a blur because I was still missing all of my friends from San Francisco. I wasn't really focused and I had a hard time, just fitting in. So my grades were never excellent. Got A's, B's, C's, even F's sometimes. So I ended up pretty average at the end. I did what I had to do to graduate, which made me happy, and I signed myself up at the community college, which was literally just across the street from my high school, Southwestern College. While I was at Southwestern, I just took a bunch of classes, not knowing really what I wanted to do, and I could just feel the time ticking away. But one day I talked to Giselle, and she actually joined a program called Camp Adventure, which took her all over the world, and she asked me if I wanted to do it, and I said, well, okay. So through this program that was only offered for college students, I was able to travel all over the world, but I still had to be a student. So while I was on break for summer or spring break, I would travel from country to country. I went from Japan to Spain to Germany to France and Italy, all over the world. I also joined the volleyball team at Southwestern, which made me be a full-time student, and all of a sudden I whipped myself into shape and got really, really good grades. A short time after, I transferred to California State University, San Marcos. Go Cougars! This made my parents extremely happy, and I've never seen my parents so proud. This was in 2005 when suddenly my dad passed away. Of course, through such tragedy, I had a really, really hard time. Of course, I wasn't happy. I lived in San Marcos, about 45 minutes away from my family, and mainly my mom, who lived in Chula Vista. Without going into much detail, that same year I met somebody named Mr. Gomez. Well, at least to you it's Mr. Gomez. I worked a ton of jobs during college. I worked at Vans, Ross Dress for Less, and laser tag place called Ultrazone, and even the bookstore at my school. So after I graduated college, I finally married the man of my dreams, and here I am in my wedding dress, make it white, and I became Mrs. Gomez. Ta-da! On top of all this, I even got my master's degree in education. Fast forward to now, and here I am as a teacher here at California High School, and one of those is probably you. Oh yeah, and I like to lift weights. Rawr. And like all great stories, of course, I lived happily ever after. Okay, not really, but life is definitely good. Cue Jason Mraz, and I am living in the moment. Yep, Mraz Superband. Come on, act like you know me.
Peace in my mind, peace in my heart.